athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cub Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge. Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never make it no. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook. Big low come through frying. Hey, let her cook. Okay. Too much cake out bad. Oh God. Let her cook. All these sauce I'm trying.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Good evening, everybody. We're here inside Jack Weicker Stadium. This is high school boys soccer on SummitCitySports.com. I'm Thad Goff, calling your play-by-play. Rob Rhodes is the cameraman today, and the matchup tonight, as you can see, is the Southside Archers playing host to the Homestead Spartans here at Jack Weicker Stadium in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Southside is playing their third game of the season, the boys soccer season. Homestead is playing their sixth. Both teams have fairly even records, at least as far as overall win and loss totals goes. Homestead is 2-2-1, and Southside is 1-1. Homestead's wins coming against Concordia and New Haven. The losses coming at the hands of Penn and Concord. They tied with Northrop. That was over at Tea Garden Field on Homestead's campus. So that's what Homestead has done so far this season. Southside, again, they are 1-1 under head coach Colas Wallace. This is their first home game of the season. They were at Warsaw for the opener. They lost that one 3-1. They were at Snyder on August 26th, and the final score there was 7-0, which the Archers won. They got a hat trick from Eddie Yuta in that game and went on to beat the Snyder Panthers by a score of 7-0 over there. It would have been at Krieger Park. Of course, Snyder is in the process of building a brand new stadium, which is for their football team and their soccer teams, and also have track over there, but that has not been completed yet. So as far as I understand, the soccer teams for Snyder are still playing at Krieger Park in New Haven. Well, that buzzer you just heard was from the JV game. The JV game just ended here between Homestead and Southside. Homestead won the JV game 4-1. The varsity game comes your way next. Talk a little bit more about this matchup when I come back. You're watching high school soccer on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Southside taking on Homestead here at Jack Weicker Stadium on the campus of Southside High School. I'm Thad Goff. Rob Rhodes is the cameraman for tonight. And the Southside Archers try to go over 500. Homestead's also trying to go over 500. They're 2-2-1 on the season. Now, Southside coming into this game did get a 7-0 win against Snyder. About that game, head coach Colas Wallace said, quote, "Snyder is a talented team that is well coached, but I think we caught them on a tough stretch of Game 5 in 7 days." They have some talent that we were able to keep in check because of the play of the captain, Creed Reynolds, and newcomer Gio Monteo. He went on to say, quote, "Our boys came hungry for a win, especially with it being our first SAC game of the year and losing our first match against Warsaw. We are more dynamic offensively this year than we have been over the past couple of seasons, so we saw that on display as well." Eddie Uta scored 3 goals in just under 25 minutes in the first half. Yeah, Eddie Uta coming off that hat trick. Miles Clark also scored a goal in that game. Now, Miles Clark was one of the leading scorers for Southside last year as a freshman. Clark, a sophomore this year, hoping for big things this season. In fact, head coach Colas Wallace has listed Miles Clark as a captain as his sophomore year. He's got a goal and 2 assists so far through 2 games played. That's a little information about these Southside Archers. Talk a little bit more about Homestead when we come back. You're watching high school soccer here on SummitCitySports.com.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Homestead and Southside getting ready to take the field here at Jack Weicker Stadium on the campus of Southside High School. Now, Homestead is 2-2-1 this year. Again, their wins coming against New Haven and Concordia. That Concordia team is over at Leo right now. I'll get you an update on that game in a little bit. But a 9-0 win against New Haven. Unfortunately, I don't have stats for Homestead on the year. I do know that Homestead's coming off a season where they won 8 games a year ago. I believe the final record was 8-5-6. So Homestead trying to improve off that. Check that. 8-6-5 was the record. Homestead not part of any particular conference, not in soccer at least. Of course, you're familiar with Homestead being a part of the SAC in basketball and football, but that's not the case in other sports. In soccer, they're an independent, much like how it is in volleyball and softball and baseball and cross country. Homestead's not a part of the SAC in any of those particular sports. They once were a part of the same conference as teams such as New Haven and other teams around the area. That's no longer the case. New Haven, of course, is in the Northeast 8 Conference. That's what it's currently called. And Homestead was once a part of that. They are no longer. So they're an independent in the sport of soccer as well as other sports in Northeast Indiana. And they're looking to come away with a win here today against the Southside Archers. Homestead will be back home on September 9th. That will be the start of a 5-game homestand. That homestand will start on September, I said September 9th. It's actually September 6th when they start that homestand against Northside. That's the arch rivals of these Southside Archers. And they'll play Canterbury on the 9th, Dwenger on the 11th, Warsaw on the 17th, and Carmel on the 19th. Now, I say that was a home game. There's an asterisk by that as I look at Max Preps, so that may actually not be a home game. Well, Max Preps does say that it is a home game. Carmel from down in the Indy area. Of course, Carmel does have Prairie View Golf Course, which is where the state championship for both boys and girls golf takes place every year. It takes place for girls golf in the fall, takes place for boys golf in the spring. Going to be back in a little bit. Actually, we're going to keep it right here. I'll go ahead and get you some updates of scores from around the area. I mentioned the Concordia boys. The Concordia girls are in action, taking on the Leo Lions. Cadets lead that one 1-0 over the Lions. And I do know that Concordia boys soccer is in action as well. Try to get you an update on that here in just a second. Looks like they were, every game obviously starts out scoreless. We'll see if that's where they still are at this stage of the game. I don't see a scoreboard over there. That game is at Leo High School. That boys soccer game is at Leo High School. Leo and Concordia girls are playing currently at Concordia over at Zollner Stadium. We'll be back in just a matter of moments. You're watching high school soccer on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Club Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge. Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our portrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never make it no. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook. Big low come through frying. Hey, let her cook. Okay. Too much cake out bow. Oh God. Let her cook. All these sauce I'm trying.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Back here at Jack Weicker Stadium, Homestead and Southside getting ready to take the pitch. Well, they've taken the pitch for their pregame warm-ups. There you see some of the Homestead guys on the left half of your screen, and then in the very right corner of your screen, you see some of the Southside guys doing some of their warm-ups and talking with the assistant coaches. Thought for a second that might have been Colas Wallace down there, but no, I don't think that's Colas. There's Colas. He's out on the sidelines. And, of course, it's worth mentioning that Colas Wallace, the Southside head soccer coach, was awarded the Serve Pro Heart of the Community Award back in July, mid-July, as I recall. The award was presented right here at Jack Weicker Stadium, and it was presented as practice was just getting done. I mean, Wallace was going back and forth from talking to some of the presenters and some of the guys who were there to cover the event and coaching his athletes. He was wearing two hats, sort of, wearing the hats of award recipient and coach at the same time. And, of course, he wears a lot of different hats. He coaches basketball at Memorial Park Middle School. I believe he's one of the assistant coaches on the basketball team here at Southside. And that's an improving basketball team that Southside has under head coach J.J. Foster. And I believe they're supposed to have some quality athletes back this year. And, of course, the Southside soccer team went 9-8-1 a year ago. That's an improvement off previous years, and they're trying to keep going in an upward trajectory. Homestead trying to keep going in an upward trajectory. They won 8 games last year. They're 2-2-1 so far this year. Right now we're going to go ahead and get a few words in from our sponsors. It's because of our sponsors that we are allowed to go and do the games that we get to do. Well, it's because of the athletic directors as well, but it's because of the sponsors that we have the financial support that we do to go cover these games on SummitCitySports.com, and those are sponsors like Big Eyed Fish. They've been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. And jumping the gun here a little bit, but we will, of course, recognize these guys. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services located on North Clinton Street and West Jefferson Boulevard in Fort Wayne, Indiana. At Ottenweller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit OttenwellerContracting.com. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together we can reach the summit. Jolly Law Firm is the area's best criminal defense firm, helping defend the accused from the government, whether you are facing an OWI or any other criminal accusation. Jolly Law Firm is the answer. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, providing commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services. throughout Northeast Indiana. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis are built for convenience and flexibility. Most degrees can be completed in 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu. Specialists in design, build, mechanical, and refrigeration. Visit tjwindustrial.com. The 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana, we are La Una. Earn your edge this season. PSM's Edge training program maximizes your athleticism through personalized performance training to reach your goals and get you to the next level. Visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com/edge to schedule your free consultation. It's worth mentioning that the training you can do nowadays with PSM involves the PSM Baseball Academy, run by former Fort Wayne Tin Cap and Norwell Knights graduate Josh Van Meter. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on X at 260 Sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I do have the starting lineups for both teams. First, I'll give you the starters for the Homestead Spartans. They've got Denari Beasley starting as a defender. He's a freshman. Starting in goal is Jack Zeiger. I beg your pardon, almost said Ziegler. There's no L in his last name. Tyler Ness starts at midfielder. He's a senior. Dylan Offit, the junior, starts at defender. Grady Wilkins, a midfielder, gets the start, along with Gabe Agiaman. Lincoln Tietzel starts. He'll either start at defenseman or midfield. We'll see. Logan Weaver, the senior, gets the start at midfielder. Carter Ness starts at midfielder. He's a sophomore. Caden Kreider gets the start as well, along with Devon Wright. And I do have the starters from head coach Colas Wallace. Raul Salazar gets the start in goal tonight. Starting along with him is Alan Adame, number 21 as I have it. Check that. I think that might be Alan Herrera. Herrera wears number 21. I don't see Adame on the roster, so it's got to be Herrera. Also getting the start is Giovanni Montejo, Gio Montejo as he's known. Creed Reynolds, number 5, gets the start as well. He'll be starting as a senior tonight. Arion Stevens also getting the start tonight. At center midfielder, Anthony Zarate Lopez. Gray Gensick starts at center midfielder. Elliot Plett also getting the start, along with Corte Wallace, Miles Clark, and Iddy Yuta. Miles Clark, 6-goal campaign as a freshman last year. And Iddy Yuta had a hat trick against the Snyder Panthers just a few days ago in Southside's most recent win. So far, their only win of the season, but they are 1-1 overall. Just filling in some of the rest of these starters. By the way, Corte Wallace, you might have heard his name mentioned. He is the son of head coach Colas Wallace. I imagine Colas got to coach him in basketball at Memorial Park Middle School. Corte now a good soccer and basketball player here at Southside. Figures to be a key portion of what the Archers plan to do this year on the hardwood. But what they plan to do on the pitch is keep this soccer program going in an upward trajectory. Moved up to 9 wins last year, so the program's definitely getting better. And as I understand it, when I was here when Colas Wallace was presented with the Serve Pro Heart of the Community Award, it sounds like the soccer program is growing to where they have more participants and even a few more teams that they can put out on the field. Obviously, they got varsity and they got JV. We saw the JV play not too long ago. As the teams are now taking the pitch, we'll have the national anthem and the announcement of the starting lineups. You're watching high school soccer on SummitCitySports.com. Back in a moment.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories. and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the
starters. Starting off, we have number 1, freshman Denari Beasley. Number 6, senior Tyler Ness. Number 7, junior Dylan Alden. Number 9, junior Gabe Egame. Number 10, junior Lincoln Tetzel. We have number 8, senior Grady Wilkins. Number 12, senior Logan Weaver. Number 17, sophomore Carter Ness. Number 19, junior Caden Kreider. We have number 20, sophomore Devin Wright. And in goal tonight for the Spartans, number 2, junior Jack Zeiger. All right, and now for your home Southside Archers. Coming in with a 1-1 record, coming off a 7-0 shellacking of Snyder. We will go ahead and start. We have number 3, Arion Stevens. Number 5, senior Creed Reynolds. Number 6, senior Anthony Durate Lopez. Number 9, junior Edie Uda. Number 10, he's a freshman, Gray Jensen. Number 11, he's a sophomore, Miles Clark. Number 14, he's also a sophomore, Elliot Plett. We have number 16, he's a junior, Gio Montejo. And number 21, he's a sophomore, Ele Herrera. Rounding it off in the field, number 33, he's a junior, Corte Wallace. And in goal for your Archers, giving it all to stop that ball, number 0, he's a junior, Raul Salazar. The Archers are head coached by Colas Wallace, and the Spartans are head coached by John Louvier. Now, if you could please direct your attention to the north end zone for the playing of the national anthem.
Well, that was, of course, the playing of our national anthem here at Jack Weicker Stadium on the campus of Southside High School. Of course, they'll have the high school football opener here tomorrow, but this is the home opener for boys soccer here at Southside as they get ready to take on the Homestead Spartans. Of course, they'll put 40 minutes on the clock. We play 2 40-minute halves in IHSAA varsity soccer. The clock will not stop unless a goal is scored, a timeout is called, or, God forbid, an injury should take place. If either team should go up by 5 goals or more in the second half, it would go to a running clock, and in that case, the clock would only stop on timeouts and injuries, not on goals. If either team should go up by 9 goals or more with 20 minutes or less left in the game would end. It looks like Homestead's going to kick it off to open up our game here on the pitch. And my apologies if I have a hard time. Actually, I'll apologize for that right away because Homestead is wearing blue numbers on their white jersey, so it should be easier to tell as opposed to the yellow numbers on white jerseys that the JV team had before this varsity game got started. I believe that's Gabe Aguiman kicking off for Homestead, and Homestead will control the opening possession at this point. Sent backwards by number 7, Dylan Offit. Homestead works it all the way back into their own zone, now trying to get it across the zone and knocked away by Creed Reynolds. Check that. That's a 6. That's Anthony Zarate Lopez. My apologies. I forgot to circle him on the roster as a starter, but he was announced as a starter before this game, as we're just over 30 seconds into play here at Weicker Stadium. Wallace has it taken away, and the Spartans look to go the other way. Good job there by Logan Weaver. Wallace goes after it, out of bounds. Southside's throw in. Oh, no, they changed it twice. No, they didn't. They changed it once. Throw in by Alan Herrera. Montejo sends it back to Raul Salazar, and Salazar will boot it toward midfield. Denari Beasley going after it. Of course, that name Beasley is certainly familiar around here. DeMarcus Beasley went to Southside before moving down to Florida and going to IMG Academy. This is Dylan Offit across midfield. That does not look like offsides. Monteo was still there on the back line, but Southside boots it across midfield. That will go out. Homestead will get the throw in as Beasley puts it in play. Little through ball. Another through ball as they tried to set up Weaver. And from behind, that was Carter Ness, who initially got control for Homestead, and the Spartans are quick to the ball again. As they work it backwards, Ness sends it all the way back to Jack Zeiger. Across midfield, and the only one back there is Herrera. That was the case, as now both Archers and Spartans alike get to the ball, and the Archers send it across midfield as Eddie Yuta looks to push. This ball's out of bounds. Looks like Southside's got the throw in, and I think that's going to be Yuta, the junior, who's going to throw it. No, it's not going to be Yuta, and he's a little hobbled, and it's actually going to be a free kick for Southside. There was a call against Homestead as we're in the 3rd minute here at Weicker Stadium. Left-footed strike into the box. Header clears. Homestead gets to it. That's Weaver who gets to the ball for Homestead. Back to him right on the line. Of course, soccer is one of those sports where on the line is in. There's a nice takeaway. That's Herrera. Alan Herrera. Spartans send it the other way. Salazar backs up. And he'll pick it up as he waited to make sure that ball got in the box before he touched it with his hands. Well, you at least know part of the rule. Only the goalie can touch the ball with his hands. That part you know. What you may or may not know is that he has to be in the box in order to touch it. If he touches it outside the box, it's a handball. Our soccer aficionados out there probably knew that. As Offit pushes across midfield, gets it to Ness. Ness weaving through a sea of green. And we get a whistle. It's going against the Spartans. As Montejo has it set up, but it's going to be Salazar coming out of the box to take the kick, and he wastes no time getting it in play. Got a whistle. I think this one's going against Southside. Deep kick. That's close to being offside. Salazar's going to get to the ball. Header goes backwards, looking for Yuta, and it's out of bounds. That's Yuta, I beg your pardon, not Yoda. Not to confuse any Star Wars fans that might be watching. Tyler Ness has it. Tyler the senior. Carter Ness is a sophomore. Across midfield. That might be offsides. Flag has not gone up. Homestead's got a chance. Shot, and it's a goal! And putting it on the net for Homestead is Gabe Egeman.
Spartan goal scored by number 9, Gabe Egeman.
Gabe Egeman with the game's first goal. And I thought initially that it was offsides. We'll take a look at it here on the Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay. Boy, I think if you're a Southside fan, you got a good argument. I don't want to take anything away from the kid.
Coming in for the Archers.
But he looked like he was past the back line. As it stands, it's a goal, and Homestead leads at 1-0. I don't want to take anything away from these kids. They work awful hard, and you long to get those goals, especially an early game in the season. But it looked like he got past the back line. Wallace able to keep that one in play, and that was close to being a handball. It was not called, and that would have been on the part of Elliott Plett from Southside. Taken right back by Weaver. Weaver has it on the line. And that's out of bounds off of Southside. Homestead will get this throw in. That's Dylan Offit, who throws it in to Tyler Ness. Racing toward the ball is Yuta, coming off that hat trick against the Snyder Panthers. Wallace going quick. He's got the takeaway. Yuta, the shot, and it's saved right at Zeiger. Corte Wallace created the chance, but Southside unable to cash in on it. Yuta putting some pressure there on Zeiger. And there's another takeaway. That one's saved by Zeiger. That shot taken by Gray Genzik. And Homestead looks to push again. There goes Egeman again. Right into the box. Can Salazar recover? It rolls out of bounds. Who touched it last? It's looking like a goal kick is the call, so that would mean Southside ball in this case. Header across midfield. Yuta. Homestead's back there defensively. That was Offit who got to it and booted out of bounds by Lincoln Tietzel. Wallace with a hard throw in toward the box goes long. And I tell you what, Wallace plays quick. You could say that about Wallace on the pitch, and you could say that about him on the basketball court as well, as this ball goes out of bounds, and it will be a throw in. Told that Cortez a star baseball player as well. That one's out of bounds. Kicked in the air by Zarate Lopez. That ball gets loose. Southside looking for another chance. That was Miles Clark, the sophomore, putting pressure on Homestead. They go for the through ball. It's knocked away by Herrera. Wallace with white shirts all around him. Gets it through some traffic, but this traffic is going to be held up. As Zeiger gets to it. Another Homestead player ahead of the line, and this time it is offsides. Again, the Archers waste no time putting it down, but they're going to have to put it down at the spot where the offsides was called. So the Archers are going to have to re-kick that. I can tell you that Leo now leads Concordia in girls soccer. That's a 3-1 score over there at Zollner. Concordia is trying to avoid back-to-back losses. That ball gets into the box. Homestead clears. And did that go inside the flag? That was a long way to go to get it inside that flag, but it looked like it did go inside that flag. That's going to be a corner kick. Gio Montejo, I beg your pardon, to kick it in for Southside. Trying to set up his teammate, and Zeiger has the save. Just trying to set up Yuta, and Zeiger's able to snatch it. So far, Zeiger's done yeoman's work in between the pipes for these Spartans as they look to add to their lead. Gabe Egeman has the lone goal, and here's another chance for Homestead. Shot, got right by Salazar, but it's wide. Wide right. Battle for the ball, and Homestead will get to it. That's Weaver. Weaver sends it toward the middle, and Southside takes it away. That was Zarate Lopez. Here's a chance. Yuta past the last man. Yuta shot. Oh, off the post. Right off the post. And there goes Wallace hustling down the field. That's kicked out of bounds. Looked like the call was corner kick. I tell you what, these Archers are quick. This is an Archer program that's been on an upward trajectory under head coach Colas Wallace, and you're seeing them play with a lot of quickness. Low kick. Homestead's there to stop it, but that's rolling all the way to the sideline. That's the football bench that that ball just went behind. The soccer benches are on the opposite side of the field. Well, technically, those are football benches. Those are where the visiting football benches are, but the soccer players are over there on the visiting benches. There's Yuta trying to keep it alive for Southside. And taken away by the Spartans. Over to the near side. To the inside goes Weaver. Sent back toward the middle. Up ahead. Oh, that's close. The official dropped his flag. The home crowd wants an offside call. Egeman, defenders in close, and that's knocked away by Trek Reynolds recently into the game for Southside. That goes off of Zarate Lopez. Egeman gets to it, cleared out by Southside. And Homestead trying to recover. Clark making it tough on him. And Miles Clark has it knocked out of bounds by Homestead. And Clark will throw this one in. He gets it to Gensick. Gensick goes for the through ball. But Zeiger is there. 13th minute here at Jack Weicker Stadium. A takeaway from behind. That was Zarate Lopez. All the way across the field. Wallace, the header. Oh, diving save! What a play by Zeiger! Wallace tried to sneak the header past him. Zeiger was up to the task. Little through ball from Plett. Another through ball. Can Clark get to it? Is he on sides? He keeps it in, and Zeiger's got it. Spartans coming back down the field again. Try to get that one to, I think that was Devin Wright, number 20. Wallace, his shirt got grabbed. It's still getting grabbed. His shirt was getting grabbed for a good 2 or 3 seconds, it seemed like. Salazar is there, and he'll boot it towards midfield. Header there by Egeman. That ball gets through traffic. We've got an offsides call. I think they're going to say that Weaver was offsides. It will be a free kick, and Salazar will handle it. Southside is down on the scoreboard, but they have put a lot of pressure on Homestead as Yuta gets to the ball, but Homestead is there defensively. Homestead did not leave a lot of space in the middle of that field. Wallace gets a touch. I think that's Weaver who's right there with him. We're going to get a call against the Spartans, and this will be a free kick for Southside. And they immediately put it in play. Herrera. Back to Zarate Lopez. Wallace trying to get control. He does get control, but Homestead's all around him. That looked like Wright, Devin Wright, who got there. Yuta putting some pressure on Sparty. Header by Clark, and that's going out of bounds. Homestead will get this throw in. Some subs are coming in. That's the reason why ball hasn't been thrown in yet. Egeman gets the header. Here come the Spartans. That one's out of bounds on the south side bench. And we might have a score in that Concordia-Leo game. Get it to you as soon as I get it. We do have a score in that game. It's Concordia 1, Leo nothing with 17 and a half minutes left to go. Now, Concordia had a 1-0 lead in the girls' soccer game against Leo. That's now a 3-1 lead for the Lions. As Homestead looks to create another chance, Salazar gets to it, gets run into. Not hard contact, but Salazar prevents the goal, and he is flirting with the edge of that box. Salazar knocks it out. He did not touch it with his hands. Herrera has it taken away. That's Egeman. And it's cleared by Reynolds, Creed Reynolds. That was Poby Say. Where's number 19? He took the shot. That's scooped up by Zeiger. 18th minute here at Jack Weicker Stadium. Homestead with the 1-0 lead. It was Gabe Egeman who got the game's first and thus far only goal. Southside takes it away again. That was Gray Gensick. But again, Zeiger's the only one there, and he's going to stop it for now. He hasn't picked it up yet. And now he'll pick it up as Leo Perez was pushing in towards him. Deep kick down the field. Salazar knocks it out. That'll be a throw-in for Homestead. Throw-in goes to right. Coming from behind is Gensick, and Gensick gets the takeaway and finds Perez. But Homestead's got it back. Back to Beasley. That's going to come across midfield as they get the ball to, I believe that's Asher Beidenbach. Looked like an 11. Beidenbach does wear number 11. Ness. Fans wanted an offside call. They're not going to get it, but Salazar will get the save. Seems like these officials are letting them play. That's going to be a trip call and a free kick coming up for Homestead. Beasley all the way across the field to Offit. Offit tries to get it to Weaver, and that's out of bounds off south side. Homestead will get this throw in. Dylan Offit puts it in play. Header in the air. That was, I believe, Lincoln Tietzel. As the ball goes backwards, you see Perez pushing towards it, but I don't think he's going to be able to push far enough as Ness gets to it. Southside looking to stop that through ball. They do. Offit goes for the through ball. Battle for it, and they get tangled up. And this is going to be Southside's free kick. Salazar will handle it. Header back across midfield. Perez pushing. Back across midfield. We haven't seen quite as many scoring chances for Southside these last few minutes. Homestead's done a better job controlling the possessions. Header back across midfield. That was by Reynolds, Creed Reynolds. Sent back to Zeiger. That's going to be offsides, and that was a pretty easy call. I think that was Wright who got ahead of the pack. And Southside will get a free kick as we are in the 22nd minute as twilight has come our way here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Gio Montejo takes the free kick for Southside. Egeman was pushing for Homestead. Beasley clears toward midfield, header the other way. Egeman pushing. Salazar calls everybody off, and he will scoop it. This being a non-conference game, if this game were to end in a tie, there would not be any overtime. That ball's rolling out of bounds. And it's going to be out on south side. Homestead will get the throw in.
Coming in for the Archers, number 3, Steven. Number 9, Uda. Number 11, Clark. And number 33, Wallace.
Arione Stevens and Miles Clark re-enter the game for Southside. That's a couple of starters coming back in. And I think Wallace may have just come back in. There's Corte putting some pressure on the Spartans, and he was doing plenty of that when he was in the game earlier. Beasley Sends it back. Header. That was off of Stevens. And Wallace showing the ups, but to no avail. He couldn't keep it in. He was trying to plead his case, if only for a second. As Offit throws it in for Homestead. That seemed like an early jump for Egeman, and then contact in the box. Cleared out by Southside. Salazar was going after the ball. Egeman was pushing hard. Egeman's got the game's only goal. A takeaway by Herrera. And that's going to be offsides. I think that was Tietzel who got past the back line a little too early. A free kick coming up for Southside. Concordia is still leading Leo in boys soccer 1-0. That game has under 12 minutes to go. Last I saw, Leo was leading Concordia in girls soccer. It was a 3-1 score. About to check it again. Still 3-1. They're in the second period. Second half, that is. That ball ricochets off Wallace. Yuta was pushing towards it, but Homestead is able to slow things down. Wallace going quick. Wright lost his footing, and he knocks it out of bounds. Throw-in coming up for Southside. That's Stevens who throws it in. That goes too long. Over the head of Reynolds. Egeman tried to keep it in. Again, to no avail. But Egeman with a good battle on the far side against Clark. As Clark continues to push. Oh, Wallace got a foot on it. Owen Murphy will get a touch for Homestead. At least that looked like a number 16 as this ball ricochets off the goalie Zeiger. Back to Zeiger. 26th minute here at Jack Weicker Stadium. Header across midfield. That's out of bounds. Homestead moved the ball around but ended up knocking it out inadvertently. And Southside will throw it in. A little contact from behind, and we are going to get a call against Homestead. I think that was Cha Saw who got pushed. And a free kick coming for the Archers. Left-footed strike into the box. Zeiger pokes it out. Pokes it out with his left hand. That's going out. Throw in for Southside. Wallace throws it in. Booted out of the box. Header back the other way by Herrera. And now we get a whistle. Who's it on? We got a Homestead player down. Told it's number 10. That's Lincoln Tietzel. Clock did not stop, so it's not an injury timeout. And Homestead does play on. They go for the through ball, and Southside is back there. This ball's deflected out of bounds. That was Gray Gensick who was back there for Southside. Thrown by Stevens. They battle for the header. Homestead will get to it initially. That Ball's going to travel towards Salazar. He'll let it keep on rolling into the box and stop it right on the line. They go for the through ball. That one goes behind Yuta. Dylan Offit pushes for Homestead. And there's Wallace getting a touch. Wallace looking to go. Wallace to his right. To his right again. Goes for the cross and can't get it through traffic. Homestead clears for the time being. On the back end, that's Trek Reynolds. And Trek finds Anthony Zarate Lopez, but Homestead's there to take it away. And we're going to get a whistle and a late call against Herrera. And a free kick coming up for Homestead. Southside fans, you could hear, not happy with the call. Egeman getting ahead of the pack again, and this one's going to travel out of bounds. Offit. Offit gets a touch right near midfield and pushes it across, but Southside is there for now, but then taken away by Murphy. Owen Murphy with the takeaway for Homestead, taken right back by Herrera. And Herrera trying to go with some fancy footwork. He gets it back to Creed Reynolds, and Reynolds with a strong kick. That was Beasley right in front of Clark. Homestead's defense has been really good today. Southside's gone quick, but Homestead has not given them anything easy, but they might get something easy here. No, they won't. It's kicked a little bit too far for Yuta, and Zeiger has the save. Past Wallace. Across midfield. Gets past Salazar, but Southside's defenders get back to help him out, and that's going to be cleared. They've stopped the clock. Doesn't appear that anybody's hurt. Throw-in coming up for Homestead. Offit throws it in. Spartans get into the box. And we got a whistle and a call against Homestead, it looks like. It'll go the other way. Right now they're just trying to get the ball set in the right place. That's Plett who kicks it toward midfield. Murphy gets a touch. Ball's been on the Homestead end of the field quite a bit in this ball game, and yet Homestead leads at 1-0. The lone goal coming from Gabe Egeman. As we're in the 32nd minute here at Weicker Stadium. Nearly a takeaway there by Herrera. That's going out of bounds. Throw-in coming up for Southside. And we've got a Spartan player tying his shoe. Subs will come in for Homestead. Try to throw it into Zarate Lopez. That'll go out of bounds, and this throw-in will go to Homestead. They kick it back to Zeiger. Again, Yuta trying to create some pressure. And there's a near takeaway, but Miles Clark knocks it out of bounds. I'm trying to make sure not to confuse him with Max Clark, the Detroit Tigers prospect. By the way, that's Indiana's own Max Clark. He's a native of Franklin, Indiana. And I believe he's with the Tigers' AA affiliate, the Erie Seawolves. Talking about Max Clark. As the flag goes up, we're going to get a call right near the south side box. And it's going to be a free kick for Southside. Leo still leading Concordia 3-1 in the second half. That's girls soccer, by the way. And boys soccer, they're playing at Leo between Concordia and Leo as the official tries to make sure the ball's set in the right place. Homestead will set up their line. Zarate Lopez surrounded, and that is saved by Zeiger. Spartans get the takeaway, but then Southside looks to take it right back. That's Yuta. Clark trying to regain control. That's knocked out of bounds off of Homestead. It will be Southside's throw-in. Concordia does still lead Leo 1-0 with under 2 minutes to go, so that game's far from over. If that game were to end in a tie at the end of regulation, there would again be no overtime because that's a non-conference game. Stevens with a touch. Homestead had a defender there behind Wallace. Eggeman going for the ball for Homestead. And check that. I think that's incorrect. I think that was number 4, Wema Mwindi. Here's a chance for Southside. Clark off of the goalie Zeiger, and that's going out of bounds. This will be a corner kick. I believe that was Clark who took the shot for Southside. Could not put it in. They had a great chance there on that push. And I don't think we're going to have time for this replay because the Archers are ready to put the ball in. A high kick, too high. And out of bounds, goal kick coming. They were trying to set up a header, it looked like, for Yuta. Well, now we'll show you the scoring chance for Southside just a second ago. A little through ball there to Clark. And Zeiger able to knock it away and keep it a 1-0 lead for Sparty. As we come up on the final 4 minutes of the first half, this one goes out of bounds, and Southside will get the throw in. Eggeman goes for the through ball. Looks like he's trying to set up Mwindi. And that's cleared out by Southside. Throw-in coming up for Homestead with under 4 minutes to go. Now Homestead's got a chance to add to their lead. The ball's been on the Homestead side of the field a lot. But they lead at 1-0, and they've got a chance to add to that lead. Looks like they've gone final out in Leo, and Concordia boys are a winner over the Leo Lions. Leo girls trying to make it 1-for-2. So they were up 3-1. They may have made it 1-for-2 by now. As this ball goes out of bounds, another throw in for the Spartans. A little contact there. That was Herrera who got the touch, and Herrera tries to send it toward midfield. Contact. There's a takeaway by Southside. Deflected. The Archers get it. Looking for Yuta. Yuta has a defender on him. And that's a push from behind. That might be called on Yuta. it's going to be called on Yuta, and that looked pretty clear from up here. It's going to be a free kick for Homestead as we'll get our clock reset. Looks like we're off by quite a bit. Wallace gets a touch, and the flag goes up. I think that's going to be a handball. Southside still pushing. The flag went up. Shot by Clark. And again, the flag went up. Play has not been stopped. I thought they were going to call a handball. And none was called. Here comes Homestead. And there's a push from behind. And they are going to call that. Homestead sets up their wall. Headed out by the Spartans. Zarate Lopez kicks it away. And is that going to stay in? We get a whistle. This ball rolls out of bounds. And it looks like the call is free kick for Southside. Or is it? Southside just set the ball down. Clock's down to 16 seconds. Got one Southside player and one Homestead player very close to each other. The header gets redirected. Shot. Still loose. Another shot, and that one does not go in. Homestead with a stand at the end of the first half. A little confusion there at the end of the half, but it ends with Homestead keeping Southside off the board.
First half stats. Shots on goal.
And we will go to halftime with Homestead leading 1-0. Gabe Egeman with the game's only goal so far in this game. Give you another look at this last sequence here. There's a lot of confusion leading up to this. Ball went out of bounds. Homestead kind of reacted like that was going to be a goal kick. They didn't call that, and I guess they gave a free kick to Southside. Then when the ball was put in play, the Archers had a whole bunch of chances. You see that shot there from Wallace. And then Reynolds unable to put it in. And we remain with Homestead leading 1-0 at the end of half number 1 here at Weicker Stadium. We'll be back after this break. You're watching high school soccer on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cup Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here with PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge. Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never make it no. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook. Big low come through frying. Hey, let her cook. Okay. Too much cake out bow. Oh God. Let her cook. All this sauce I'm trying.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
1-0 Homestead at halftime here at Jack Weicker Stadium on the campus of Southside High School. Did mention earlier that Concordia had defeated Leo in boys soccer over at Leo High School. Well, the Leo girls soccer team made it 1 for 2. The Leo girls went on the road and defeated Concordia. So the visiting team's getting the win in that particular matchup tonight. Leo on the girls' side, Concordia on the boys' side. Here it's Homestead 1, Southside nothing. And I'll go ahead and show you the game's lone goal at this point. Call it controversial, and perhaps was a little bit controversial, but Gabe Egeman did look like he got out ahead of the pack, but he got the goal. Give credit to Egeman for his quickness. He gets down the field and scores the game's only goal thus far. And that makes it 1-0 in favor of Homestead. That has remained the score throughout the game, although you might be surprised that Southside has really controlled the ball on the Homestead side of the field for the better part of the first 40 minutes of this game. Southside has shown some quickness. They've created several opportunities, but they don't have a goal on the board to show for it. Meantime, did get an update from Jake Haviland, who's calling volleyball over at Belmont in Decatur. Belmont's got a 1-0 lead in that match against South Adams. Set 2 last time we heard, it was 19-18 in favor of Belmont. Now that was some minutes ago. Surely that score in set number 2 has changed by now. Try to get you an update on that score when I get a chance. We'll be back after about 40 seconds here on this broadcast of high school soccer from Southside High School. Homestead leading 1-0 on SummitCitySports.com.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Homestead leads Southside 1-0. Got an update on that volleyball score. South Adams now leads in set number 2, 23-20. It's Belmont leading 1-0. But South Adams looking to even up the set score. And this is going to be Southside to take the kickoff to start half number 2. That's Gray Gensick who's got it set up at midfield. And we're underway in half number 2. That ball's booted down the field. Clark trying to push, but Beasley gets to it. Denari Beasley of the Homestead Spartans. I'm not sure if that's any relation to DeMarcus Beasley. Used to play soccer here at Southside before he moved down to Florida. I believe Beasley's also the founder of the Fort Wayne FC, or at least has a higher-up role in that organization. Throw in by the Archers. And another one goes out of bounds. This will be a throw-in for Southside. Wallace with the throw-in. Gets it into the box. Clark, left-footed. That's going too high. That might have cleared the upright, but either way, that wasn't what he was looking to do. That's Miles Clark, the sophomore. Had 6 goals as a freshman last year. Part of a 9-win Southside season. A program that's looking to stay in an upward trajectory. Homestead looking to create a scoring chance. They get a touch down the field. Shot toward the box. And that's going to roll out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be a corner kick for Homestead. High kick. Southside tries to clear, and we get a whistle. Flag goes up, and we've got a man down in the goal for Southside. I think that's Zarate Lopez. Sometimes the numbers get harder to see when it's dark. Check that. That was not Zarate Lopez. That was Alan Herrera. Homestead looking to create a chance as Reynolds sends it toward the middle of the field. Homestead takes it away. Knocked away by Beasley. That's going out of bounds. Goal kick coming. Salazar sets up the kick. Spartans get the ball across midfield. Nice move there. Was that Reynolds? Well, that's Beasley with the kick down the field. Salazar's there. That header goes out of bounds, and this will be a throw-in for Southside as Wallace fires it in. Another ball goes out of bounds, and another throw-in coming up for Southside. Wallace might get a running head start from that track. But you got to be careful on that track when you're wearing cleats. Can slip and fall on a hard surface. A header saved by Zeiger. It was Yuta who took the shot, and Zeiger keeps it out. Another chance for Southside goes by the boards. Up ahead, that was Murphy pushing for Homestead, and this ball's going to go out of bounds. This will be a throw-in for the Spartans. Denari Beasley will throw it in backwards. Kick toward midfield by number 14, Carson Bailey. A takeaway by Anthony Zarate Lopez. That's going to roll out of bounds, and Homestead will get this throw in. Wallace goes high to get it. And a free kick. They're going to say he was pushed from behind. That's knocked out of bounds by the Spartans. Throw-in coming for Southside, and they waste no time getting it in. But I think the officials want them to slow it down. I think they're going to have Wallace redo that throw-in. And they are indeed. Spartans clear it back. That's knocked out of bounds. They're going to say off Southside. Throw in for Homestead. Wallace comes from behind and knocks the ball away. A little through ball. And a good job there in the net by Raul Salazar. Throw-in coming up for Homestead. Stays in. That's Herrera who gets to it. A chance for the Spartans. It's Yuta taken away. Should say a chance for the Archers, as Wallace got a touch as well. Homestead looking to clear. Deflected again, and this one's going to go out of bounds. And now a little takedown, and now a fight. And a yellow card. I think that's Herrera who got the yellow card. That's the first yellow card we've had in this game. Homestead's going to get a goal kick, or perhaps a free kick, rather.
Coming in for the Archers, number 14, Elliot Lett.
Elliot Plett will check into the game. It's taken a long time to get this ball in. Check our clock here. Yeah, the clock stopped on the yellow card, so we have to put a few seconds back on. But meanwhile, Homestead looks to push. Keep an eye on the clock as we go. But meanwhile, Homestead with a scoring chance perhaps. As this ball goes out of bounds, Spartans will get a corner kick. They go with the short kick. That kick's deflected into the air, and I think that went off south side. It's looking like a corner kick for Homestead again. Kicked high in the air. A header. Salazar falls on top of it. Heck of a play by Raul Salazar. Beasley gets there for Homestead. Yuta trying to create a chance. He's got a man behind him. Back to Yuta, trying to set up Wallace. Homestead is there. Here come the Archers. The Spartans redirect, and this one's going out of bounds. Throw-in coming up for Southside. Try to get it to Yuta in the middle of the field. Yuta gets his touch. He's surrounded by white shirts. Cleared out by Beasley. And a lot of contact there. A whistle's going to blow. That's going to be on south side. Homestead's going to get this free kick. Grady Wilkins had it set up, and now Homestead wastes no time. Here's Beasley. Back to Wilkins in the middle. Wilkins trying to set a man up. Salazar's there. He'll scoop it and roll it out. Whistle along the sideline, and I think that one went out. Nope, a foul called on Homestead, so Southside will get a free kick. Oh, nope, we got a yellow card. I think that's 2 yellow cards that have been issued in this game. Header by Homestead, and they try to get it going the other way. They will get something going the other way. Back toward the middle, and a takeaway by the Archers. To the near side, that's going to go out of bounds, just barely. Devin Wright almost saved it. And this is Trek Reynolds, the sophomore, to throw it in. Alan Herrera back into the ball game for Southside. Throw into Herrera. He's got a man on him. 2 men in close. Clark trying to keep it in. And that's knocked out of bounds by Homestead. And Trek Reynolds will throw this one in. Oh, nearly a takeaway. Yuta had a chance. And a flag goes up. Offsides on Homestead. Salazar boots it. Homestead's got a man back there. That ball gets deflected by Homestead and Southside. Leo's already played in both boys and girls soccer. The boys team lost to Concordia. Girls team beat Concordia. That one's kicked toward the box, and Zeiger will get to it. That was Yuta who took the shot. Zeiger waiting, and he'll scoop it up. That was Herrera pushing in towards him. Nice move. So get the ball to Beasley. Beasley sends it long and wide and out of bounds. Southside will get this throw in. Whistles blow. So I think they want Southside to back it up before they throw it in. They'll do just that. Kicked forward by number 17, Carter Ness. This one's out of bounds. Southside will get the throw in with 28 minutes to go. And thrown in right off the head. And now a yellow card is issued. And they gave the card, I think, to either Ness or Kreider. I think it was Caden Kreider, number 19. Well, if I'm not mistaken, that's 3 yellow cards, and now the clock has been stopped. I'm seeing that there's 27:44 on the clock. Looked like it was either Kreider or Ness who got the yellow card. I'm not sure if any further cards were issued, whether that be a red card or any other players getting carded. Cleared back the other way by Homestead. And we're going to get a trip call against Southside. Windy got tripped up. And Grady Wilkins will set up the free kick. He won't take the kick. Into the box. Homestead's got a chance, but Salazar catches the header. They try to get it to Yuta. That's a takeaway by Egeman. Yuta's got it for Southside. Tries to go to the far side of the field. Cleared out by the Spartans, and a collision as this ball goes out of bounds, and a throw-in coming up for the Archers. No, I think they're going to say it's a throw-in, or a free kick rather, for Homestead. Southside crowd doesn't like it. Archers have been playing quick tonight, but they don't have a goal to show for it. The header goes backwards. Wallace racing toward the ball. Wallace gets to it. Tries to get it across midfield and does. Left-footed strike into the box, and that's going to be saved by Zeiger. Zeiger has done yeoman's work in between the pipes for Homestead. As the Spartans look to push, this is Wright, Devin Wright, who has it cleared by the Archers. Not quite a bicycle kick, but Herrera sends it over his shoulder. Wallace couldn't get to that one. Here's Beasley. Kicks it high. Redirected. Homestead's there. Here's Beasley. Denari Beasley. Sent it behind the man he was looking for. Yuta sent a little too far beyond Jensik's reach. Devin Wright gets to the ball for Homestead. Back to Beasley. Kept in by the Spartans for now. Montejo looking to push. It's cleared by Egeman. Throw in by Trek Reynolds. And Reynolds with a strong boot, but it's going out. That's going to be a goal kick for Homestead.
Coming in for your Archers, number 8, Perez, number 14,
Leo Perez and Elliot Plett
and number 19, Hay.
come in along with Cha Sa and Pobi Say. A left-footed strike. There goes Egeman. Salazar calls everybody off and boots it away. It's going to wander out of bounds, and a throw-in coming up for Southside. Owen Murphy has come in for Homestead. Across midfield, Salazar waits on it, and he'll kick it across midfield. Salazar was way out of the box. Again, Southside with a number of touches in the Homestead zone here in the second half as they look to create a scoring chance here. A couple guys get tangled up, and I think we got a pull down from Homestead. They're calling that on Southside. Couldn't see who exactly was involved, but I thought the Homestead player pulled the Southside kid down. As this ball gets kicked out of bounds by Homestead, a throw-in coming up for Southside. That's a lot of honks coming from Clinton Street. All coming from one car. We had one guy doing some hot rodding driving down Clinton Street as the national anthem was playing. Back to Zeiger. I think the guy doing that hot rodding was driving a Dodge Challenger, as I recall. Little through ball. Egeman pushing. Salazar clears. They get it back to Plett. Elliot Plett. Little header there by Zarate Lopez. Egeman nearly got a touch. Egeman's got the game's only goal so far. That's why we're still at 1-0. Of course, that and some really good play in goal from Jack Zeiger. Header goes backwards, and that's going to be offsides. And now the clock has been stopped. Stops with 22:11. Didn't see if a card was issued. Subs will come in. Caden Kreider checks back in the game.
For your Archers, number 21, Herrera.
Alon Herrera back in for Southside. Long kick down the field. Header back the other way. Egeman gets to it for Homestead. And contact on the header. That's going against Homestead, and there's a yellow card. A yellow card given to Grady Wilkins. And Southside's going to get the free kick from what technically is the 29-yard line. So they're kicking it about 39 yards away from the goal. Right now, Gray Gensick is one of the men setting up the kick for Southside. I think it might have been Wilkins that made the contact. Might have even had something to say to the official afterwards. The run up. Gensick. Long kick. Too high. A good hard strike, but it clears the crossbar. As the Southside fans start to amp up their energy. Jack Zeiger has it set up. He'll go with a short kick. Toward the middle of the field. They called that one in as Homestead looks to push. This is Nash Haiti. And now, if this is being called out of bounds, another yellow card. Another yellow card for Homestead, and that is number 5, Nash Haiti.
In for the Spartans, number 8, Wilkins.
We're getting a whole lot of yellow cards. At some point, you might start hearing Ocean Avenue play. Raul Salazar has it set up. There's very little we can do about this, but we are hearing some sound of a buzzsaw coming from, sounds like the other side of Clinton Street. Somebody doing some late wood cutting as that header goes to the sideline. This will be a throw-in for Southside. Trek Reynolds will handle it. Whistles blow. A whole host of subs check in for Southside, and I can tell Corte Wallace is back in the game. Edie Yuta back in as well for Southside. Yuta coming off of that hat trick against the Snyder Panthers. Looks like Wallace is going to handle the throw-in. And again, you got to be careful running on that asphalt surface with them cleats. It's a good strong throw-in, cleared out by Homestead. Yuta on the back end, and that is going to go through the upright. That's not where he was aiming for. And it remains 1-0 Homestead. Zeiger will flip it out. And one thing I think you can't do is I don't think you can tell somebody, stop cutting wood, we're playing soccer over here. Especially not when he's doing it at his own home. Header back the other way by Montejo. Gio Montejo gets to the ball. Here come the Spartans, and that's going to be offsides. We're inside the 62nd minute here at Weicker Stadium. Salazar takes the kick. Homestead has done a great job on the defensive end. Southside has put pressure on him, but Homestead has kept him off the board so far. Can they keep it up? That's going to go out of bounds. And another throw-in coming up for Southside. Across midfield, Yuta with two defenders in close. And a trip. Fans wanted it to be called on Homestead. And now Yuta, I think that's him who's down on the field. Official has not called for time to stop, and now he will. Yuta back on his feet as Clark helps him up. Good to see that he's walking under his own power, but he does grab his right shoulder. You see that there. Certainly hope he's okay. This is going to be a free kick for Homestead. Southside crowd wanted it to go the other way, but it does not. Wallace waits on it. Can't control it. And that's kicked toward the sideline, out off of Homestead. Reynolds fires it in. A little bit too tall, but it ricochets off of Beasley. And now Wallace with a long throw to the box. Homestead again, quick to the ball. And they're going to clear it. Now we get a whistle. And this might be against Homestead. Did they hold up a card? That was Egeman pleading his case. I got to fix my clock here. That's either 17-19 or inside that. This is going to be a free kick for Southside. Gray Gensick has it set up. Gensick runs up. His shot too high. That crowd started to erupt, but that ball did not go in. just above the crossbar from Gensick. Zeiger with a left-footed kick. And now here's a chance for Homestead. Shot, and that is in. And Homestead adds to their lead. I could not tell who got that. I'm told that it's 19. That would be Caden Kreider.
Homestead goal by number 19, Caden Kreider.
And Homestead takes a 2-0 lead. Show you the goal brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Kreider gets out quickly, and that ball definitely had passed the last line of defenders before he had touched it, as we get some contact meanwhile back in the field of play. I think that's going to go against Southside. Boy, Southside has had one chance after another, but they haven't been able to put the ball in. And Homestead, at least for the time being, just made him pay. Caden Kreider giving him the lead. A little contact toward midfield. They'll play on. Another chance for Homestead, perhaps. Little through ball. Flag goes up. Nice concentration by Salazar. It's not going to matter. It is offsides. Across midfield. Header. Cleared to the sideline, and that's going out. Throw-in coming up for Homestead. Still waiting to throw it in. I think they're trying to get him set up in the right place. And now the flag goes up. That's going to be on Homestead. This ball goes out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in for Southside. Yuta pushing. Cleared out by the Spartans, and that will bounce over the fence. Throw-in coming up for Southside. They get it in to Gensick. That ball goes high in the air. It'll stay in for now. Southside able to slow him down. That was Trek Reynolds who stopped it. Eggeman gets to it as well. He looks to set up his teammate Murphy. Murphy sends it back to Eggeman. Eggeman makes his move. Eggeman makes another move. A lot of contact there as this ball's knocked out of bounds. They're going to say that that's Southside's throw-in. They throw it into Salazar, and Salazar's got a man right on him. Eggeman gets a touch. Salazar still not in the box, but Southside takes it away. That's a long kick down the field. Can Yuta get to it? He does. He's got defenders in close, but he scores! Edie Yuta gets Southside on the board.
Southside goal.
And we got a one-goal game here at Weicker Stadium. Edie Yuta had a hat trick against Snyder just a few days ago, and here's his first goal of this game. The Archers have been pushing and pushing and pushing, and Yuta finally makes it count. And not an easy shot either, as he just snuck that into the bottom right corner. And we got a one-goal game with 12:28 and counting to play in this ball game as Beasley sends it across midfield. Southside gets a touch. Looking for Yuta again. A little too far out in front of him, and this one is going to be scooped up. That was dangerous. Zeiger does scoop it as Yuta was pushing in towards him. I don't know why Zeiger waited, but he does scoop it up, and Homestead gets the stop. And Zeiger will boot this one a long way down the field. Salazar waits back. The header by Southside. That's going to be offsides on Homestead. Flag goes up, and that ball doesn't go in, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Clock is stopped. I'm told there was another yellow card given out. I did not see a card issued. Salazar will take the kick. It's a low-line driver, and that's going to go all the way toward the end line, and a goal kick coming for Homestead. Wallace had to clear that second soccer ball off the field, and now Zeiger will set it up for a goal kick. Zeiger with a left-footed boot. That's going way out of bounds, and even Egeman was out of bounds when that ball headed towards him. Wallace throws it in. Throw-in goes a little bit long, and that's going to go out of bounds. I think that's going to be a goal kick, and it is. It'll be Zeiger to handle the goal kick for Homestead. Left-footed strike to the sideline, and that's going out. Another throw-in coming up for Southside. Wallace fires it in. Yuta goes for the header, cleared out. There's Zarate Lopez. He works backwards, got a defender right on him, and a trip call. I think they got Ness for that trip. Gio Montejo takes the kick into the box, trying to set a man up. Zeiger is there. I couldn't tell, but I think that might have been Yuta who went for the header. But Zeiger with another save. Impressive night for him. It's no longer a shutout, but he has done yeoman's work in between the pipes. Salazar out of the box. Contact. And who's this going to be on? Yellow card comes out. We do have a man down for Southside. Actually did not stop the clock. Now I'm seeing that the clock did stop. 9:14 to go. Heading off the field, meanwhile, I believe is number 16, Gio Montejo. I hope he's all right as Gray Jensic comes back in the game. This will be a free kick for Southside. 9, 10, and counting to go. Header back the other way. Salazar's out of the box. Lets it come to him, but doesn't touch it with his hands. Egeman lost it. Here comes Wallace. Egeman right behind him. Wallace has it taken away. That's Beasley. And then Beasley gets run into. And now A yellow card comes out. It's given to Anthony Zarate Lopez, and Zarate Lopez definitely ran right into Beasley. Clock has been stopped with 8:31 to go. A lot of cards in this game. Yeah, that was a hard hit that Beasley just took on the part of Zarate Lopez. And this has been a high-emotion game. Southside certainly feeling it after having so many chances to score, and to this point only coming up with one goal. But there is still plenty of time left as Salazar boots that away. Clark gets a touch on the outside, trying to set up Yuta. Yuta's got defenders in close. And he is fronted as the ball goes out of bounds, and now is Yuta going to get a card? The card goes up. The yellow cards keep on flying, and there's a red card. Yuta just got a red card, and the clock will stop. I'm not sure if Yuta got an earlier yellow card or if he maybe continued jawing at the official. Colas Wallace is pleading Yuta's case, but Yuta's going to be done for the night with that red card. That ball is booted towards the box, does not go in the box, and a flag goes up. It's going to be a free kick for Southside. Salazar handles it. Man down for Southside, but he gets back up. That was Clark. So no serious injury. Here comes Egeman. Egeman pushing one-on-one. That ball gets deflected, and Southside gets a takeaway. Another takeaway, this time by Homestead. Right-footed shot, that's going wide left. All the way out of bounds, and Southside will get a goal kick with 6:44 left to go. Clock has been stopped, and we do have a man down for Southside. He's being looked at right now. Well, while he's looked at, we're going to take an injury timeout here on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment after.
Sounds like Arion Stevens was the injured Archer. He's been helped off the field by athletic trainer Jaslyn Davis. As the Archers looking to tie this game. Alan Herrera one-on-one and cleared out by the Spartans. Egeman pushing, Salazar heads it out, and Zarate Lopez gets to it. If you're just joining us, Edie Yuta has Southside's only goal. He's coming off a hat trick against Snyder. He is out of this game with a red card. I didn't recall him getting a first yellow card earlier in the game. He got one on a contact play along the end line as he was pushing toward the ball, and there definitely was contact. But I had not seen him get a previous yellow card. The shot, a chance. That one goes right by Egeman. Boy, if Egeman had been in better position, he could have put that ball in the net. Made this a 3-1 lead for Homestead. Beasley has it knocked out, and that's going to be a throw-in for Homestead. It will be Denari Beasley to handle this throw-in. We've had a lot of yellow cards in this game, just the one red card so far. That was Egeman pushing, and this will be kicked out of bounds. And that'll be a throw-in for Homestead. Egeman goes down. It'll be a throw-in for Homestead. For Southside. Out of bounds off Homestead. Herrera tries to keep that one in. He does. Long kick. Salazar goes after it. Salazar with the header to keep it away from Egeman. He knocks it out of bounds. Homestead will get the throw-in. Egeman sets it down. He's going to have Beasley handle the throw-in. And Denari Beasley gets it into Mawindi. Egeman surrounded by defenders. And Egeman's going to get the call here. It's going to be a free kick for Southside. 3.5 minutes left to play from here at Weicker Stadium. Line drive kick across midfield. Spartans are there. A takeaway by Egeman. Little through ball as they try to set up Mawindi. Salazar lets it travel into the box. Clark off his left foot. Clark able to get to it. That ball's deflected out off Homestead. Throw-in coming up for Southside. Spartans are there defensively, and they knock it the other way. Header across midfield. Montejo sees Egeman get to that one. Egeman had the game's first goal, made it 1-0 Homestead at the time. Southside's had a number of chances, and now that's going to be a free kick, I believe, for Southside, or is it just a ball out of bounds? It did not go out of bounds. Free kick for Southside. Left-footed strike. Clark, the header, and Zeiger gets to it. What a night he's had between the pipes. Jack Zeiger, not Zach. This ball goes out of bounds, and I think we might get a free kick. Was there a foul there? Oh, no, it went off of Homestead, so it's a corner kick. Miles Clark's going to set it up as we approach the final 2 minutes of this game. Clark with his left foot. Nobody there for the Archers, but that's out off of Homestead. Another corner kick coming for the Archers as their crowd gets into it in this one-goal game. Everybody's calling for a new ball, and they got one. Gray Gensick has it set up. Saved again. What a save by Zeiger, and he was pushed once he caught it. Now Zeiger's down. And now Zeiger is holding his knee, and it looks like the clock has been stopped. 1:32 on the clock. And they're calling for the trainer. Boy, Zeiger took a hard hit. I tell you what, these goalies put their bodies on the line. That's what Zeiger did here. We'll get another look at it. Yeah, Zeiger makes the catch, and he got hit on the shoulder. That's like the kind of hit you see a safety make in football. And I think that one came from Zarate Lopez, and now Zeiger is making his way off the field with the help of the trainer. And I think that's just fireworks coming from Parkview Field. I think that's what it is. You know, we've had firework incidents here around this campus before. I remember covering a game where somebody was shooting off fireworks and everybody had to evacuate thinking it was a school shooting. I think this is Jude Roomba serving as the backup goalie for the final minute and a half. Wallace gets a touch. Try to fix the clock here as soon as I can as Homestead takes the ball away. Egeman pushing. Leaves it off. Beasley redirected. Back the other way come the Archers. Clark trying to get to it. It's cleared out to the sideline. Into the box. And that's going to be scooped up by Roomba. Jude Roomba, the backup goalie, the senior. It's been Jack Zeiger doing yeoman's work between the pipes all day long. And it might just pay off if Homestead is able to hold on for these next 36 seconds. That ball's out of bounds. Throw-in coming for Southside. Throw-in goes to Zarate Lopez. 21 seconds. Salazar out of the box. Southside looking for an equalizer. Homestead looking to keep it a one-goal game. Here's a chance for Southside. Cleared to the sideline, and that's out. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. 1 second. It's over. That's the ball game, and Homestead wins it.
That's the final. Homestead
2-1. The Homestead Spartans win it coming down to the wire.
Thank you for attending tonight's soccer matchup.
And Homestead will go to 3-2-1 on the season. Southside will fall to 1-2. And it's time to award our Parkview Sports Medicine Player of the Game. That player is going to be Jack Zeiger for his yeoman's work in between the pipes. Only 1 goal allowed, a lot of tough saves. Even took some contact that knocked him out of the game. Saved a shot in the process when Zarate Lopez came running into him. Jack Zeiger, your Parkview Sports Medicine Player of the Game. And that will do it from here at Jack Weicker Stadium. The Homestead Spartans win it 2-1. They survive a thriller against the Southside Archers. For my cameraman, Rob Rhodes, this is Thad Goff saying so long from Weicker Stadium. You've been watching high school soccer on SummitCitySports.com.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.